is Will from Will Development, and this is my 187th weekly update. So this week is the first week I'm actually back to training 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I need my Wednesdays off because I have to record my podcast, which I do have linked down below if you ever want to check that out and maybe just hear a little more about my personality, that kind of thing. Talk about all sorts of bullshit, video games, movies, you name it. We talk about it on that podcast, the Creative Hangout podcast. Like I said, link below. Check it out. You might like it. New episodes every Friday-ish. And so I was redesigning my program all last week, which I talked about, and got just about done with that, and I wanted to run through it this week, sort of feel it out, make sure, how do I put this, it was the way I wanted it to be. And so far it feels like it's going to be fine. It doesn't feel like I'm overtaxing any particular area of my body too much to the point where I won't be able to sustain it for, at least a couple months. Let's just put it that way. And that's really all I ever want out of a program, is about 3 months worth of gains. And on that note, that's probably the most you should, in general, expect, unless you're a complete beginner. Just about 3 months is what you should be programming for. That's just my opinion. You can go a little bit longer, sometimes even a little bit less, but, diminishing returns happen eventually no matter what you do, regardless of your particular programming. I mean, you can't do the same exact program forever and expect to keep getting results with it. That's just the way it works for, I would say, like a good 80% of people. So I'm squatting 3 days a week. 2 days out of that week are back squats. And then my second squat day in the week is a alternative squat, which is just going to be something like either box squat. It's going to change usually from week to week. So like, box squats this week, maybe front squats the one after that, Zerchers. There's so many different styles of squats, split squats, you name it. It's just going to be something different other than just straight up back squats. I believe in the power of back squats, but a little bit of variety never killed anybody. Let's just put it that way. And I think overall, doing front-loaded squats is going to help me with strongman a lot more, especially with like stones and things of that nature. Zerchers are going to transfer over, front squats especially are going to transfer over, that kind of thing. Doing a lot more pull-ups now, a little bit wider grip. Deadlifting still once a week, going heavy every week basically, chasing just a heavy single, and then some accessory work one day and that kind of thing, and pressing 3 days a week, but the pressing's a little different. Benching and overhead pressing 2 times a week with a barbell, I should say. And then my third pressing day is focused specifically on just log work, and what I'm doing is going to be working up to heavy singles with a log, and then once I've exhausted myself at that point, it'll be just heavy cleans. So let's say I get to 190 with the log, and I can push that and get a rep. Then I'll start loading up something like 200, 220, and just practice cleaning that, because my clean's not bad, but if my thought process is that if I can get to the point where cleaning any weight is easy, like let's say I can clean 400 pounds with a log, pressing 200 from the floor is going to be nothing, because just cleaning that it's not even going to feel like anything to me, you know what I mean? In that regard, if you think of it that way. So I want to practice doing those a bunch, and that's going to be tomorrow, and that's the only part of the program I'm still not 100% on. And it's kind of the unfortunate thing about it, sometimes you don't really know exactly how it's going to work until it's over. That's just sort of the way it works. So it's a fun little experiment, whatever you want to call it, and we'll see how it goes, and I will track my progress and keep everybody updated. Numbers are doing pretty good. Did box squats on my second squat day, which was yesterday, and finally put more than 315 in my back ever since my hip flexor injury, so that's exciting. Hit a box squat at 335. And note on box squats, box squatting to a box that is like a quarter squat is bullshit. I think you're wasting your time. Like, why even fucking bother? Like, just fucking quarter squat it if you want to be like that. You know, at least a parallel, like, come on. I box squat to a little bit below parallel, take a little pause, get upright, and then try to stand up as vertically as possible, which is the style that my training partner advocates, and when he showed it to me, totally agreed. I was like, yeah, I would agree with that. You know, it's going to help transfer over way better. Part of the reason I wanted to do it, though, was also because just the mental block of it, because as it is, I've been working up to 315, and I take that down for a single, and then, you know, another single, and it just, my head's like, oh my god, this feels, you know, scary. This is the weight that I tore my hip on that one time. So, you know, it's one of those things I just kind of got to get over. So I figured if I can sort of take a break in the middle of the rep at the bottom, and then, you know, push through again, you know, then I'll be like, oh, okay, this is, you know, not so terrible, not so heavy on my back, that kind of thing. And so that's where I'm at right now. And like I said, I'll keep everybody updated as much as I can. So look forward to my usual weekly videos. Got a couple reviews coming out. I'll be recording this weekend, editing, and then releasing in the coming weeks. So look forward to those. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss them. And if you don't, then what's your excuse?